Hello everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. I trust we had a wonderful weekend and you're back to business. All right, we are continuing as we were last week with the discussion of the lifeline, the importance of the lifeline. And this week we end with the lifeline, and today we're covering more examples of how the lifeline expresses itself on the palm. Let's get started. All right, as you see on your check sheet, and then you have the examples. We'll try to cover 4 today, and I've given you all the information on the check sheet. So everything is there for you to see. All right, I hope we can see that well. All right, we start with the first example. And here's your check sheet. You can follow along. I'll go over it with you anyway, so in case you cannot see it. All right? We start with the connection with the headline. In fact, it's not connected. Now, I've talked with you about the headline. What happens with the mental thinking when it is not joined to the lifeline at its start? But I never mentioned to you about how does that affect the lifeline? What's happening with the lifeline? It has its personality too. So let's see what it says. Separated from the headline. Here's the headline. We'll begin with this next week. And here's the lifeline, of course. And then we're looking at this space between. The space can be larger. It magnifies the definition. Or it could be closer. It lessens the definition. So let's see what happens. When it's separated, those with a hand that looks like this are impulsive. They feel that freedom. They are impatient. They're self-reliant. They're extroverted. And they can be reckless in relationships, especially at the beginning. And then they learn from experience, all right? So that's what that looks like. Look in your hand. Remember, this is a way to learn, and it's always to look at good to look at a model as we go through this, all right? So impulsive, self-reliant, those are the key words, all right? Let's leave this one. Okay. Now we go on to the next one, which talks about when it's connected to the headline. Here's an example. Here's a headline going straight. Whether it goes straight or curves, because it could be one or the other, the definition would apply because we are talking about right here in this spot, from the start to this point, okay? So, if we put an age on this, we can see here is age 10, right in the center of this finger, and the connection is still there. And the connection continues to about right here. And this is age 20. So let's see what it says about the connected to the headline. When it's connected, careful and cautious. And the headline is too. You're thinking, you're careful and cautious. But the lifeline we're talking about, careful and cautious. Takes a long time to make decisions because this concerns the family, this concerns your health, this concerns your well-being, this concerns your sexuality also. The point where the line, and if you're following here, the point where the lines separate indicates the age of independence from the family, physically and or psychologically, okay? The longer the lines are connected, the longer it takes to make decisions and act independently. So that's why it's a good idea to always gauge, when are you breaking your way? When do you feel like you're totally on your own? All right? So that's the example. Careful and cautious. And that changes. And it's like an intuitive situation where you're not going to make a change until you feel comfortable, you can handle it. You'll just have that feeling. You'll just know instinctively. All right, let's leave this one and go to the next one. All right, with this one, it says, lifeline moving toward the Mount of Luna. Lifeline moving to the mount right here. Okay? And this is what it looks like. You see it starts that big curve. This area is Luna. This is creativity, imagination, this section is, and of course your intuition, all in this area. Luna Mount. And of course, you know that means the mouth of the moon. All right, let's see what that says. This means a restless disposition, loves to travel, changes in scenery, and difficulty in settling down with a partner. They don't like the same scenery all the time. They have to go elsewhere. They have to feel that freedom, that sense of I'm in charge, I'm in control, I can do it as I want to do it. So if you have this in your hand, I'm talking about you. If you see this, now you know what that means. Okay? All right, I hope that's clear. And let's leave this one and take one more. All right, we talked about when the lifeline goes out, more extroverted, more open, passionate, open. You feel that sense of I'm in charge. I'm in charge. You feel that. And you may have friends or acquaintances that have lifeline doesn't look like yours. Let's say if yours is really spread out, full. And here's one you see close to the palm. The key word here is inhibited. And as a result, because they don't have the desire, in fact, there's always a little fear there, to just keep to yourself. Keep almost like a person is keeping their arms to the body. I'm not saying they do that, but that is when a person feels inhibited. And then there's that atmosphere or that energy of being cold. There's a lot of shyness in that too. But let's see what it says. Very few words right here at the bottom. Hugging close to thumb indicates inhibited and emotionally as well as sexually unresponsive. Remember, everything that we're talking about does involve your sexuality. We can't get away from that. Okay? We may go a little deeper into that as we move on. All right? So that's what that is. And this is common. These are not rare situations. They are common situations. All right? So that's what we have here. All right, if you have any questions, by all means, you can always message me and I will answer you. Okay, I want to say from the start, welcome to the new subscribers. I'm very happy you're here and keep learning. I'd like to hear one day that some of you are moving on and you are reading palms yourself. Okay, if that's the case, I will tell you to stay up to date. Very important. Well, if you like this today, we're going to be doing this the next day. We have, be sure you give the thumbs up. Very important to the channel. That keeps us alive, keeps us here. Share, and of course, subscribe if you're just tuning in. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. I can't say that enough. Love and light. Thanks for watching. Bye.